Let's begin. As you can see here, I'm already on the home screen for Monotech here, and right at the top, it says, if you aren't already on it, you can go to the quick start and click start a new quote, but we were already on it there. So it's gonna ask you three things: policy type, state, zip code. Under the zip code, go ahead and enter in the zip code that you'll be quoting today. And then click quick quote. Going to bring you to the quick quote screen. We're going to go ahead and save the quote number today just because we're going to be referencing that here in a bit when we finish out the application. You're going to want to go through and answer all of the questions on the page here, starting with the effective date of the policy. So for this scenario, we're going to say that they don't want to start it until Monday, which is going to be June 3rd. Enter in the zip code again. And then answer these questions. Are vehicles garaged at the zip code? Yes or no? Do they qualify for a homeowner's discount? Yes or no? Do they have prior insurance? None, less than 6 months, or 6 months or more. If you click less than 6 months or none, nothing else will pop up. But if you click 6 months or more, it is going to ask you if there was a lapse in coverage, and you've got 3 more options to select. Then you will want to ask the questions about bodily injury, med pay, and accidental death and dismemberment. Go down to the driver section. On this driver section, you'll be entering in the name of the person who will be the policyholder, the relationship to applicant, which is self, their date of birth, their gender, and their marital status. They will not be an excluded driver because they are the named insured, and you will click yes for named insured. Then it's going to ask you 3 more questions: the suspended license surcharge, if there's no MVR, and if there's a driver course. We're going to keep these as no for right now. And then if needed, you can answer if there is an accident or violation that the driver has had. Just going to go ahead and say that Garth did get into an accident this year. He was driving too fast for conditions, and he did it during a snowstorm in January. Or an ice storm. Now, if you accidentally clicked on this, you can click right here where it says remove accident or violation, or you can add more. We're actually going to go up and add another driver. And this is where I'm going to be adding Garth's wife and filling out the same information as before: the relationship to applicant, birth date, gender, marital status, and then the following questions about excluded driver or named insured. We are going to keep her as a driver. And same thing with answering these questions about the MVR and driver course. We're going to pretend that she has no accidents. But we have one more driver we want to add. Here we're going to be adding one of their children, but she's going to be an excluded driver. Same thing, going through and answering the questions again. And now we're going to add the vehicles. You can search by year, make, and model, but it is best to go ahead and add by the VIN number because then you're going to get more accurate information. As you can see here, the VIN I had it for an example is not even in the system yet. I was using an example for a 2024 vehicle, so and it was the new EV. So we're just going to skip that one for right now and go ahead and add this next VIN example that I have that shows a 2022 Ford. We're going to click next. And then you're going to want to answer the vehicle questions. Is it for business or pleasure? Does the vehicle have a severe damage or a salvage title? Yes or no? If you notice when I click yes, it does say vehicle's not eligible for physical damage if it does have that. And then it's going to ask you if you have things such as deductibles for comp and collision, if they want extended transportation expense. And at any time, if you have a question on what something is, you can actually hover over it and it's going to show you what will be covered with that. And then towing and labor. You can also answer if you have additional custom parts and equipment coverage. And then the bottom part is your agency fee. This will transfer over into the application if you do enter it in here. So then I'm going to click Save and Quote. And it's going to bring you over to the quote screen. It's going to show you how much it's going to be for a year with the total premium, taxes, and fees. Now, under the payment plan, you're going to have a few different options: paid in full, monthly 33% down, monthly 16.67% down, monthly 20% down, which is the default, and a monthly 25% down. So we're going to keep it at the default of the 20% down with 5 installments. And as you can see here, the expected deposit is going to be $404 with a monthly payment of $297. If you wanted to scroll down a little bit further, you can see the breakdown on where the coverage comes from, which is going to be showing the different endorsements. As you can see here, a bulk of it is going to be with the collision insurance, what all the policy has included, and then down here as well, your agency information. We're going to click Proceed to Application. If you're not ready to bind at this time, this is where you would just, again, keep that quote number, and you're going to just save it for when the insured is ready to go. I hope that you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to Evan. Thank you so much for viewing our tutorial on Meditech, and we do hope that you are able to find it helpful. And if you have additional resources, please refer to the comprehensive training manual that is going to be provided with a step-by-step picture detail. Thank you.